Sean's Vision Studios.
The idea is it's The Graduate, it's 20 years later, and whoever you're pitching, they say, so, wait a minute, so Mrs. Robinson's had a stroke, or not, because I'm like, you have to be very actively engaged in the conversation. Like, you know what, that's not the key, that's not the through line. That's a detail I can change, because you don't seem to be that into that detail, so I can certainly change that. But if you have the basics down, it's hard to get thrown, because my pitch that I sold, I pitched it to like an assistant to an assistant to an assistant, and she was like, "Hey, that's a great idea. I'm going to have you talk to the head of production, the head of the production company." And he came in and was doing 73 different things throughout the pitch. I was all geared up for it. I was like, okay, I practiced it. And I'm like, so anyway, so there's a drama club. And it's like, I think I want tuna. No, and he just kept interrupting me. But I knew the core of the idea. So I was able to just keep getting back to it and keep getting back to it. And little by little, he started going, so it's like the rich town and the working class town, and they're in a competition as drama clubs? Yeah, okay, yeah, we can sell that. And he just he bought it on the spot, and I was like, what? I thought you weren't even listening to me. So, but he liked the basic concept, and so that's what we're gonna try to do here. If you have an idea, and I'll have Sharon be the first person. This is, I did this as a sort of more of a game show at the Williamstown Film Festival, and we may have sort of a more competitive one, but this is just like sprints. What do you call it when you're just, it's like a practice game. This is So this is just a practice game if you would like to come and see, can you get your idea out in a minute? You can test it here. So I can see the timer. All right, hi, welcome to the studio.
Well, this has been the biggest choir that I ever had.
All right, ready, and go.
Hi, my name is Sean, and I was hit in the head with a baseball bat back in 2007, of July 7th of 07. Now, one of the questions is, how did that happen? I was on gangland territory, was a mistake that was never supposed to be on the property. And now I graduated from Bristol Community College, and now I'm accepted to Bridgewater State University.
Nice, 35 seconds. And I would ask more questions, what's the span of the story? Like, how do we see, does it start with the baseball bat incident? Do we see a little before that, and then it goes on?
Well, a little before that is I was actually on gangland territory, like I said, and I was practicing football because it was on a Saturday and my game was on Sunday. So that's like I said, so I was practicing for that, and before that actually happened, I was in my basement where the lights went out.
And then and after the incident, and then it goes, and the end of the story is the graduation?
The end of the story is actually going to be me graduating from Bridgewater State University.
And so there's a clear arc to the story. That's another thing to bear in mind, especially if you're doing a character-based story. What is the arc of the protagonist? The protagonist goes from hit with a baseball bat to overcoming that obstacle and succeeding and graduating college in spite of everything. Scrooge, Ebenezer Scrooge starts off as the meanest miser in all the land, or at least in London, and becomes the nicest, most philanthropic lover of Christmas thanks to the intervention of three ghosts. Well, thank you very much. Do you have a title?
Yeah, the title is actually called A Kid Who Strives to Live His Dream.
A kid who strives to live his dream, and the studio executive will go, live his dream. That's going to fit on the poster. Well, thank you very much. That's an excellent pitch. Thank you. And any other pictures? Yep, I see right there. All right, and start the countdown.
All right, so I have a short film that I've started creating already. It is a collage style of self-filmed little short pieces. It is a short film on womanhood where I've asked a bunch of different women of different aspects, some from California, some from here on this coast. I really want to expand it into different age ranges, different nationalities as well, and I want to get a full scope on what every woman idealizes is womanhood.
And what would be the length of the project?
Right now it's about 6 minutes, but I'm hoping to take it to about 30, 45, if I can, into like an hour and 15, but the development into how to keep the viewer's attention throughout that is still in the works.
That reminds me of the Diane Keaton film Heaven, where a lot of people talk about their ideas of the afterlife. And what is the title again?
Pretty.
Pretty?
Pretty.
Pretty, very nice. All right, thank you very much. All right, next up, in the Picturama. Unfortunately, I cannot greenlight any of these projects. I probably should have stated that right at the start. But hello, welcome, and start the timer.